guys, it's your girl Ashna back at it again. And so today I am filming my first video as Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen, and I'm super excited. I love to vlog things, but I never really post it. It's kind of like for the private story, if you know what I mean. So I'm really excited to be vlogging and sharing my experiences with you. So to start off my vlogging journey of this year, I wanted to share what it's like to be a Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen candidate with you. And so this is my first year in the organization, so I kind of know how things work a little bit better than I did before. So that's good. And I just really want to show you what it's like if you're interested, and what it's like if you've been a previous Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen and want to know what it's like now. So here is my experience in the Miss Florida organization. You first start off with a local title. So I competed for Miss Seminole County's Outstanding Teen, which gives out 4 titles: Miss Seminole County, Miss Wekiwa Springs, and Miss Wekiwa Springs Outstanding Teen, Miss Seminole County's Outstanding Teen. So at that local, I won Miss Wekiwa Springs Outstanding Teen, and that was the first local of the season. So we were in November of 2021, and States was in June of 2022. So after I won Miss Wekiwa Springs Outstanding Teen, I got to go and watch every other local and meet all the candidates that I was competing with, or all the Miss candidates that were, kind of just our mentors, really. I made really good friends with both Miss and Teen candidates during this time because we'd see each other at different locals and we'd sit together. And this is also a bonding time to bond with your Miss or your Teen. My Miss and I would go to almost every local together and go to dinner after. We'd get really fun snacks to munch on. We kind of figured out what each other liked, so we'd always get gummies at our locals that we'd go watch together. So that's a really fun experience, and I absolutely loved my director for my local, Miss Amanda. She was amazing. She got us lots of appearances. I got a sponsorship from Dillard's, so I was there a lot. And because I lived in Jacksonville, but I went to an open local, which means that they accept anyone from across the state, I had won a title that was near Orlando. So I was always driving 2 hours to go and do appearances, which I was fine with it. My mom was fine with it. We liked the car rides. We got to talk and bond. So that was fun for us. But that's something to keep in mind if you are competing for a local, because you will have to go there a lot for appearances. That's where I started, my local appearances, and I was able to go to Winter Wonderland events. I went to every single school in Seminole County. I did a photo shoot at the Springs, Wekiwa Springs. I did a lot of things in Seminole County and Wekiwa Springs because that's, where I was from. So it was a lot of fun. Then you start doing Zoom calls with all the other candidates and the Miss Florida board to get information about competing in June. And that's when it starts to get a little bit more real. You get to do your lottery and choose your number. I think I was number 20 or 21. I have the cutest video of me because I was super excited to get my number. It's funny. And then on these Zoom calls, you get a lot of information for competing in June. Then you have orientation, which is in, I think, May. And when you go to orientation, you finally get to meet all the candidates in person, which is super fun. You get to turn in all your paperwork. So I turned in my resume, my social impact initiative, and my headshot, and all of the guidelines for those will be talked about in the Zoom calls beforehand. So that's super helpful. And then you also get to learn your opening number, and I think you get to learn some of your patterns when you're in orientation. And you also get to meet the sponsors like the amazing Regalia and Miss Anne Marie. So we got to meet all of them. I bought a lot of clothes at orientation. And the best part about when I was going to orientation and competing was that I was with my 2 sisters. My older sister and my younger sister were both also part of the Miss America organization. My little sister was our Sunshine Princess, and my older sister was Miss Orlando. So we got to kind of stick everything through together, and we were best friends. All of us are best friends. So it was good to have my besties with me through this entire journey. And so orientation was really fun. We took pictures all together. Oh my God, lots of pictures. Be ready for pictures because they will be coming your way at orientation. That's when you get the first start of pictures. I love pictures. I'm a picture lover, so I was fine with it. But yeah, and that pretty much sums up orientation. Okay, so next I'm gonna start talking about the actual Miss Florida week. So when you first get there, we got there a day early so we could sleep there and not be late for anything. So we got there, and then because my sister was a miss, I got to go early to everything, so I would just go with her to check in my stuff. You pull up to the RP Funding Center and you get to turn in all your things there, everything you're competing in, and then you don't get to see it until you compete. So say your farewells, say your goodbyes, and then you go to check in. So when you check in, you have a little mini orientation. The miss went first for us, and then the teen went. So I got to, see all my friends that I had made during orientation and just meet everyone again because it's been about a month now. And so then after my sister got out of orientation, we went in, and it's really just going through like the actual schedule of every single minute of every single day for that entire week. And it's, pretty fun, a little bit stressful, but I enjoyed every minute of that week. So that was just the beginning. Then, so after you have the Miss and the Teen orientation at Miss Florida Week, the Miss go to David Lang's brother's house, and he hosts an amazing dinner for them. My sister absolutely loved it. And the teen get to go to rehearsal. So that's when we actually learn the rest of our routines or our patterns, and then our fitness routine. And then we go over our opening number just a little bit. And we learn our fitness routine, which was also pretty fun, especially because now you're best friends with all these girls because you spent so much time with them. So just being able to laugh with them during these rehearsals is super fun. And for rehearsals, I would just wear basic athletic wear. That is Monday, day 1 of Miss Florida Week. Now we're on to day 2. Day 2 is interview, and that's the first phase of competition of the week. So I had a relatively later interview because I was a later number, but I know that it just went in from 1 to 24, how many candidates there were, and it just went, I think, 8 minutes for every interview, and it was really fun. The judges no one was mean looking, everyone was smiling. You got asked a range of questions, whether they were, current event, political, social impact based, about you, just inquiries, it was just, you get to talk about yourself. And I love doing interview because I get to speak about what I like doing, what I'm passionate about. So that is one of my favorite things. Then, so we had interview and I got to see all my friends there. We were all a little bit nervous. And then after that, you have 45 minutes to go to rehearsal to get ready for rehearsal. So every single day I was competing, my dad went and got me first watch because that was the only thing my stomach could really take without, getting super anxious. And then I went and saw my sister. I told her about my interview. And we rehearsed together because now the Miss and Teen get to rehearse together, because we do a few things on stage together, like our parade of gowns. Now we go on to day 3, where the teen have Miss Anne Marie's luncheon. And so this is hosted by Miss Anne Marie and Miss LaVoice. And this is a beautiful luncheon, and it has the best food ever. And you get to take pictures with Miss Anne Marie. Miss LaVoice couldn't be there at ours, but usually you do get to get pictures with her as well. And you get to sit at a table with one Miss Florida board member and talk to them about really anything. So our table had Mr. Keith, and it was the funniest table ever. We asked him every single question on the planet that you could think about that would make him laugh or feel uncomfortable. So it was really fun. Our table was just grilling Mr. Keith. So the luncheon was really fun. You get lots of pictures at the luncheon as well. Everywhere you go, you will get lots of pictures. And so I was wearing an Anne Marie's dress that I had gotten at orientation, and I absolutely love that dress. I've worn it 1,000 times after that as well because it's the cutest thing ever. And so that's the first thing you do that day. Then after that, you have rehearsal again. And so I really just was wearing some nice athletic wear that was comfortable because it also gets really cold in there. So I would bring a jacket every single day. And I would bring my shoes to every rehearsal that I was going to compete in. So then it's time for your first prelim. I was in Group B, which means that I competed in talent and walk-on gown the first night. So Group A competed in onstage question and fitness. So I did my talent. It was pretty fun. We're in the cutest little dressing room ever. So walk-on gown is like not your real gown, but like a fake gown that kind of like doesn't ruin the surprise for the judges for when you do walk in your real gown. And it's not judged either. So that was the first night of prelims. And then you have visitation after, which was super fun. And you get to give out your address to your friends and family so that they can send you things while you're there, because it's a week of basically isolation and just talking to the same people over and over again every single day. So my friends sent me a lot of baskets and gifts, which was super sweet. And my miss, who was like a few floors above me, sent me a gift as well. And I still use everything in that gift because it was all super good stuff. So thank you, Tia, for that one. So I had fun opening those every night and just keeping my spirits up, because sometimes it can be a little bit stressful when you're competing like every single night. Then the next day we had an early morning rehearsal, and it was a super fun rehearsal. We were like a minute late or 2 minutes late because we went outside to go take pictures, because we love our pictures during Miss Florida week. Then we got ready, put the curlers in, got ready for, now I'm doing fitness and onstage question today. So I was really nervous for onstage question because speaking in front of people is not my strongest suit, just because because of dyslexia, my brain just gets all jumbled, and then being able to speak my words out is really hard. So I was a nervous wreck just talking to everyone. The way that our onstage question worked was that we each turned in questions for each other. So I turned in 2 questions, and so did every other candidate. And so we got to choose a question from a fishbowl and read out loud. And that was our onstage question that someone else had written. They didn't announce who wrote it, but so then fitness was super fun, just the clothing that they give you, and the routine is super easy. I thought it was really easy. I think everyone thought it was easy. You're just running across the stage, really. And then you go to visitation, which is also super nice because at least for the Miss, you don't get to see them otherwise unless it's at visitation. So I only got to see my sister at rehearsals and visitation, and sometimes I would go into the Miss dressing room and say hi to her. And same thing for my family. We didn't get to see my sister that much because she was a Miss, but we did get to see her at visitation, which was nice. And then that was that. So the first day, the first 2 nights of prelims, they hand out onstage question and talent for both nights. The way preliminary awards work are Group A, because they compete in onstage question and fitness, they have onstage question and evening gown award. And then Group B has talent because that's what they competed in the first day. So Anna Catherine won onstage question, I won talent, and then the next day it's switched. So I was still Group B, but I competed in onstage question and fitness. Anna Catherine, Group A, competed in talent. So I won onstage question and fitness, or not onstage question and evening gown, and Catherine won talent. Then day 5, you have the scholarship breakfast. So I was not chosen as a Teens in Action scholar, but my older sister was. So I got to go anyways, and I wore my cute Anne Marie's jumpsuit, and I absolutely loved it. But basically, the Teens in Action breakfast is when all the teens that were called on the first day of preliminary that had made it as finalists get to go and do an interview that I think was like 3 to 5 minutes long. I forgot the exact number, but they did an interview in front of an entire banquet hall full of people. We were all eating breakfast while they were interviewing. And so a lot of my friends were interviewing because all the teens were my friends. So I was cheering them on, and then I was also cheering my sister on because she was a Miss. And it was super fun. And then later that night, we kind of had a break, which was good. I took a nap finally, got some sleep. Then you have the gala. The gala is super fun. Ours was in a cool hangar, so there was like flights, like planes there, and amazing food, best cake ever. There was an auction, and then they announced all the scholarships. So it was amazing just being able to see the Miss America organization, you know, work and give out the amazing money that goes towards higher education for women. So I loved being able to watch that. Then we have day 6, where they have the Sunshine Princess talent show. So my little sister was competing in that. See her front row perform. She was super cute. I loved watching her perform. She's just adorable. So yeah, it was like my big sister moment. Then we had rehearsal again. Surprise, surprise. Then there's finals. For finals, you all do opening number, and then you wait on stage, and then they call out top 10, and you sprint to the dressing room and change to your fitness outfit. You go and compete in fitness, then you sprint again, and then I think you do talent. Yeah, you do talent, and you sprint again, and then you go do gown. Now, you know, you're done. It's time to go back on stage. They call everyone back on stage. And then you do all the non-finalist awards, I think. They have some fun awards to give out. And then they then call out top 5. I was not expecting to make it top 5. I didn't even expect to make it top 10. So then being called as top 5, I was like, whoa. So then we're all up there. And then we have our onstage conversation. I didn't think this was judged, but it might be. I have to like ask someone about that. But they basically, one of the hosts come and just ask you questions about you. After that, they call the winner. And the girl who, Anna Catherine, she's amazing, my best friend, she was, was with this through this entire week with me. You know, my mom had lost her keys at one point. She drove me and my mom to the luncheon. We, shopped at Anne Marie's together. So we were like best friends. So I honestly wanted her to win. She got first runner-up the year before. And so then we were standing there and I was like, oh my God, it's you, it's you, it's you. And then I thought when they called first runner-up and said Miss Orlando's Outstanding Teen, which is Anna Catherine, that they meant that she had won. So I was like, oh my God, congratulations. And she's like, what? You just won. And I was like, what?
Our first runner-up and winner of a $1,250 scholarship. Congratulations to Miss Orlando's Outstanding Teen, Anna Catherine Rizzolvato.
Yeah, you can see in my reactions really delayed when I won. I was like, what is happening? And then, yes, so then you you're supposed to take a walk, but they didn't have a ramp when we competed, so I just kind of stood there and waved and bawled my eyes out. And then all the girls came and gave me a hug. It was really sweet.
Miss America's Outstanding Teen in Dallas, Texas in August. Thank you to our panel of judges. Thank you to everyone that came in the audience. We will see you tonight at 8 p.m. and we'll crown a new Miss Florida for 2022.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in just a few hours.
Good night.
Okay, well, if you want to hear more about what it's like after you win, that'll be my next video. So that'll be out pretty soon. I'm really excited because that's the fun stuff. And I'm going to go into all those details. So stay tuned. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, anything, interact. Follow me at MAO Teen FL. But yeah, I'm so excited. That was a fun first video. Okay, bye guys.